Aristoteles to inspire us on how to achieve the marvel of leadership, employees' engagement, and motivation. Philippos is a freelance legal business strategist who changed direction after a 15-year career in law. He is a father of 3 kids, below 5, and says that home is his favorite place. Yeah. Philippos is multi-talented, has published his own book, The Marble of Engagement, and is also a songwriter. Yeah. His motto is, whatever life throws at us is a part of a greater journey, and we must take it one step at a time. Philippos enjoys most to mentor people, coaching and public speaking and training, a sample of which we can enjoy tonight. So ladies, without further ado, let us welcome Mr. Philippos Aristoteles. The floor is yours.
Can you hear me now? Yes. All right. Oh, it's not start. Okay. Who is a wine lover? Raise your glass. Your hand. 50%. Okay. Let that image sink deeply into your mind, and we'll come back to it later. April 13, 2018 was the day when I submitted my resignation and I walked away from a 15-year career in law and a 6-figure remuneration package. I was unhappy, disengaged, demotivated, and I had to change route. I had to leave and I had to find my own purpose. And since I left the profession, I began searching, researching, studying, delving into the fascinating world of human relation. I have read tons of books. I've interviewed some prominent business people on the island. But most importantly, I reflected on my own 15-year career in law as a leader, as a partner, as a manager, as a professional, as a colleague, as a team builder, and I combine everything together, and I have arrived at what I believe is a plausible model for improving human motivation in the workplace. And I will share that with you. The starting point of my journey in studies, the starting statistic. According to Gallup, a long-term researcher in the employees engagement field, mark this, 85% of employees worldwide are not engaged. 85% do not care enough about their jobs. They clock in and clock out. Now, the best example I could think of is football. I have forgiven that. Think of a football team of 11 where 9 of the players don't care about their team. They drag their feet on the pitch, and one player tries to save the day. Well, unless that one player is Messi or Ronaldo, I'm sure you know that, then the team is doomed to underperformance and mediocrity. The cost of this engagement, just to give you a numerical value, $7 trillion per year in lost productivity, just because we either don't care enough about what we need to do to motivate, uplift, engage, empower more people, or because we simply don't believe that it is worth the effort. $7 trillion translates to 2 times the GDP of Germany every year, or to be more locally relevant, 350 times the GDP of Cyprus every single year. This engagement is real, as you see. It's not some touchy-feely theory in the sky. And there is a way to tackle it. But before we get there, let me tell you that what you see there is just half the story. The other half of the story is this one. According to McKinsey and Company, a long-term researcher in the field of the future of work and the impact of automation, has found that 50% of today's activities can be automated by 2055. Within the next 75 years, a smart algorithm, a chatbot, a robot, a Siri, an Alexa, or some other intelligent solution will chip away those parts of our jobs that can be done better by technology. And we'll be left with nothing else, nothing more than those skills that will be sheltered. We will see that. So, try to make a picture of this situation. On the one hand, we have a grossly disengaged workplace with 85% of people, and it cuts across all industries, by the way, okay? No one is in 85% of people clocking in, clocking out, not investing discretionary effort, not caring enough, right? And on the other hand, technology threatens to displace millions of jobs, threatens to encroach into the same workplace and take the jobs of millions. So this is a cocktail disaster. What can we do about it? Before we can get there, let's see which skills are expected to be sheltered from the ruthless pace of automation for the years to come. According to McKinsey and Company, the only sheltered skills going in the future are what you see on the slide: emotional and social intelligence, complex communications, complex problem solving, creativity, and managing people. That's all. Do you see anywhere repetitive tasks, routine jobs, and things that can be performed by demotivated and disengaged people? No. What you see there are the skills which require people to be highly immersed, fully engaged, and deeply motivated at work. These skills are the skills which require people to be socially alert, to interact with people, to negotiate, to convince counterparties, to convince suppliers, creditors, shareholders, clients, prospects, and all these skills require people to be present and engaged. And if we see the last skill on the list, managing people, there is something really interesting. Some of us may think or may hope that, automation will also disrupt management. People are difficult. They are psychologically unpredictable. I don't want to manage people. Maybe some robot will take over this task. Maybe Siri or a chatbot can do the management for us. But I have bad news, because managing people is the least automatable, but has to do with the ability to navigate complex interpersonal relationships. It has to do with the ability to handle people, and for the foreseeable people, we humans will have to do management. So how do we manage people? How do we lead? How do we make our teams future-proof? How can we motivate and engage our team? Before we go there, very simply, I forgot to mention that only 9% of management is team automated. So we will need to do it. So let's see how we manage people, how we motivate and engage them going into the future. Here are the 6 keys to increase engagement. And I'll tell you something. Money is only part of the equation. You will not see money in the 6 keys. Money is a hygiene factor, which means that if you pay people fairly, you do not discriminate, you do treat people, you apply the principles of equality in how you remunerate your team and your colleagues, then you should take the money issue off the table. The only reason to put money on the table is so as to take the money issue off the table and concentrate on intrinsic, non-material means of motivation for the longer term. Right? So let's see what are the 6 keys to engagement. Meaning, a popular story describes President Kennedy's first visit to NASA. There, President Kennedy saw a young man mopping the floor. And he asked him, "What do you do here, young man?" And the cleaner replied proudly, "I'm helping put a man on the moon." Meaning is a compelling driver, a powerful motivator. It's a deeply effective, non-material reward. Those of us who would like to build winning teams, to encourage, to motivate our firms, our teams, should ask ourselves, why should people come and work with us? Why should they come and rally behind our cause? What is our cause? What is our purpose? What is our mission? What is our vision? And if we have ascertained all these things, have we communicated these things to our people? Do they know what we are about? Do they know and are they able to derive meaning from what they do at work? Irrespective of their position. If they are an astronaut or a cleaner mopping the floor, if you are able, if we are able to convey to them our mission, our purpose, our cause, then we are much more likely to empower them, to motivate them, and to uplift them, so as to be able to be motivated in the longer term. Meaning is the number one motivator in my book, and it's the ability to ascertain what we do, to ascertain our mission, and to see what impact we want to do in the world. And once we do it, communicate it. Let's take Apple. Why Apple? Why is Apple so successful? And why do thousands of people send CVs to Apple every day to work in an Apple store? Steve Jobs was a notorious control freak. He wasn't a democratic leader who lay back and tried to inspire his people with his charisma. And his legacy continues to this day. The culture of Apple, the secrecy, the ruthless hours, all these unique characteristics of Apple continue to this day. And why is Apple such a popular product? Do you know? Because Apple inspires. Because Apple has a compelling mission. Because Apple has a specific purpose in the world, which is to disrupt, to differentiate, to empower the individual, to give empower the individual so as to be able to stand eye to eye with corporations. And because Apple is consistent with its vision, this is why all products of Apple reflect that very vision. This is why the customer service of Apple reflects that philosophy. This is why Apple has succeeded in attracting customers, internal and external. That's why so many people want to work to Apple, because it has a clear purpose and mission, and it's able to communicate this mission, this vision, this purpose to its people. And people know why they want to work for Apple. Only 11% of millennials, this target intergenerational dimension, define having a lot of money as a definition of success. The younger generations would like to understand why they will come to work for us. Why should I come and work with you? Why shouldn't I go and work for somebody else? What do you offer to me? What is your impact, your promise to the community, to the world? Do you have anything? Are you just a profit maximizer? Or are you also a purpose maximizer? Are you only a money seeker or a meaning seeker as well? If you are able to answer these questions, you are more likely to send a coherent message out and to attract the people who will believe in what you believe. And why should we care about millennials? Because by 2025, they will comprise 75% of the workforce. They define corporate culture. They are not the misfits and the outcasts. They are the majority. They will take up all major decision-making positions. So we are done easy. Okay? So the first component of engagement is meaning. The ability to ascertain what is our purpose, our mission, our vision, our cause, and to convey, to communicate this vision throughout all our team, throughout all corporate layers, from the CEO to the client. No offense to the client. That's the only way you can get everyone on board. Right? Let's move to the second component. We've seen meaning, autonomy. Empowering our people, helping them find their voice, entrusting them, involving them, trusting them, and if they fail, encouraging them to fail better next time. Okay? It sounds very nice and touchy-feely, but how do you go about it? How do you involve someone from A to Z from the first day? There is no magic solution of silver bullet. You cannot obviously give full autonomy to people, especially the new hires and new recruits, but social psychologists have found that the less autonomy you give to people, the less creative your people will be, the less engaged they will be, the less motivated they will be, and the less they will care. The challenge is to be able to identify how every single member of our team can be empowered by delegating, truly conveying and entrusting our team members with more freedom. Okay? And how do we do it? Let's look at the 4 T's. The main themes or categories where we can delegate power are the 4 T's. Task, what people do, what aspects of their work they do, what duties they allocate, and so on. Team, with whom they work, or with whom they choose to cooperate. Okay? Time, by when or when to do things, when to perform their tasks, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, and deadlines to the extent that there is flexibility. And lastly, technique. How will they perform their work? Okay? What techniques to use so as to manifest their duties, so as to perform their tasks. Now, some of us may think that if we give all this autonomy to our people, we will lose control and the company will collapse. But the thing that is important to know is that autonomy is not a binary function. It's not an on and off switch. So you either give full autonomy or zero. Autonomy is a knob. It's a knob. We give some autonomy on tasks to some people who need autonomy on tasks. We give some autonomy to some other people who would like to have autonomy on team, to choose with whom to work because they have better chemistry or because they want to avoid some clients or colleagues with whom they clash. We give some autonomy on time, on how to work, perhaps from where to work, and some autonomy on technique. It's a fine-tuning process, depending on the person, depending on the needs, on the possibilities, on the empowerment, on the mission, and on the team's goals, right? So autonomy, once again, is a major component of engagement for the very simple reason that the less autonomy you give to people, the less they care. The more they feel like a piece of a machine, right? The less they feel that you respect their opinion, their skills, their talent, their charisma. And the less they will give to you. Here's the autonomy. For those of us who would like for everyone to do things our way, because we like control, because we don't want people to deviate from the default setting we would like them to be in. Let me tell you that 62% of employees, according to a recent survey, consider leaving their job because of micromanagement. More than half of the employees are constantly thinking of quitting, and out of those, 32 actually quit. Just because we feel that our colleagues are not capable enough, and we need to tell them the truth. Right? So, let's move to the next one. And I want you to use your imagination now, especially those of you who visited the Limassol Zoo. You will have noticed that there is an enclave in the Limassol Zoo where there are two crocodiles. Have you seen, have you been to the zoo?
Not recently.
Okay. So if you, next time you visit, or the first time you visit, you will remember this talk. There are two crocodiles lying next to each other. 1 meter distance. Let's call them Bonnie and Clyde. Okay? Now imagine that these crocodiles are starving to death. They haven't eaten for weeks, okay? They're starving. And you, the rescuer, the brave one, you go to the butcher and you buy a juicy piece of flesh. And you throw it into the enclave. You want to say, poor crocodiles. Here, have some food, right? So you throw a juicy piece of beef in the enclave, right? And Bonnie, the most adventurous one, jumps into the occasion and breaks the piece into pieces. It's the whole thing. Leaves nothing for Clyde. Nothing. He's starving. Now, some people may wonder, what's Bonnie feeling like? Is she feeling guilty? Is she feeling sad? Is she feeling remorse for leaving her cohabiting starving for weeks? Is she feeling anything at all? And what about Clyde? Is he feeling vindictive, hateful? Is he feeling that he wants to get revenge? Let me tell you that they feel nothing of the sort, because the reptilian part of their brain has nothing which gives them pleasure from engaging in any socializing or in caring about other reptiles. There is nothing in the reptilian brain which rewards the crocodile for caring for other crocodiles. And the flip side, if you are selfish, the other crocodile will have no negative things about it. This is how reptiles are. Okay? Well, according to evolution psychologists and biologists. People have developed in their mammalian layer of the brain, the part of the brain that developed after the Homo sapiens, the social need. We need relate with other people. We need to belong to societies, to communities. We need to care about others, and we need for others to care about us. That's the difference between us and reptiles. Okay? So we are social animals. This is not a coincidence. So we need to work in environments where we can bring our whole self at work, where we are respected, where we can develop genuine human connections with other human beings, with our managers, our colleagues, our subordinates, our bosses, our creditors, our clients, our customers. If the environment, the work environment is such that discourages or disallows or penalizes people for creating genuine, deep human connections, or if we work in an environment where people feel that they are not respected as whole human beings, then they are highly likely to disengage. And according to a recent survey, 66% of employees who were treated rudely or disrespectfully cut back their efforts. They stopped caring. Should I say that again? They stopped caring. What's the time? 5:59? No. What's the time? 12:59? No. The minimum so that I don't get sacked, the minimum so that I get a promotion, if I get a promotion. $7 trillion per year. Remember the cost? So, relatedness is a psychological need. People need to work in an environment where they feel respected, where they feel they can bring their whole self at work, not just the working part, their whole self at work. And if you do that and you create an environment where there is genuine care, genuine human connection, yes, you can help increase the engagement as well. Right? Moving on to the next component of engagement, values. I love this word. Values. Okay? People need to know what is expected of them. People need to know what are the values of the organization in which they serve. And the employer and the employees should make sure that there is an alignment of values between the employer and the employees. At the same time, we need to clearly define those values, not only on the level of the conceptual or the sort of philosophical definition, but to get down to the specific areas. Let me give you an example. We all say that integrity is our value. We act with integrity, we are ethical, we should be acting properly. Integrity is one of our key pillars. But what does it mean on a day-to-day basis? How do you apply integrity in all those cases which fall into the gray zone every day, where you have to do your work, and sometimes you touch on some workers. What do you draw the line? What does it mean? What does my employer expect me to do or not to do so as to qualify as a person of integrity? So it's not enough to say that we act with integrity, but we need to define specific behaviors, the micro behaviors, which can explain to people what we mean. For example, we can say that we never attack people, we only attack problems and processes. That's a specific behavior that we can keep in mind so as to know how to act with integrity. So we never attack people in the first. We attack processes and problems. That's for sure. Another one. We are accountable for our commitments, and we always deliver on our promises. Again, it's the micro, it's the behavior. Right? We always deliver on our promises, and we are accountable for our commitments. One more. We always act ethically without exceptions. Right? So, defining the behaviors within the context of the values that we espouse is important so that people can know what these values mean. Right? And at the same time, aligning our stated values, and this is even more important, aligning what we preach that our values with our actual systems, processes, and procedures. Let's take cooperation. We say we value cooperation, team spirit, teamwork, we value interdependence, we are a great team, we always work together. But your performance management system, for example, or your bonus system promotes fierce competitiveness. It promotes the creation of silos. And you get fierce competitiveness. So you preach and you print on your brochures that you value cooperation and this wonderful work and team, and we are all beloved, and we all have a great environment. But your actual systems create and manifest mismatch with your espoused values. And this translates to disengagement because we create confusion. So our leadership says team, cooperation, but our performance management system, says get the job, get the bonus from your colleague, and we'll give you more bonuses. So unless we are able to sit as leaders, as managers, to get everything, to design the blueprint from scratch and say, what culture do we have? What culture do we want? What can we change? What do we need to do with our strategy? And to align our values with our actual systems, people will sense the mismatch, they will be confused, and they will not be taken on board. Let's take another example that we see lately: diversity, inclusion, equality. Yes, we embrace diversity, and our board comprises of 20 male members. Wow, 20 old people, 20 young people, 20 Cypriots, 20 non-Cypriots. Okay, it's great words. And other words, very eloquent, quality, diversity. But do our systems, our culture, our strategy embrace diversity in practice? Or it's just a brochure item as well? I don't know. Do we practice diversity? Do we tolerate? Do we apply quality in our remuneration systems? In our recruitment systems? Do we allow people from other religions, age groups, political groups, political beliefs? I don't know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. And my favorite, employees come first. We love our employees. Love them. The first mistake, we treat them like rubbish. You're useless. The client is the boss. But employees come first. Right? What I'm trying to say here is that words come cheap. I'm not saying to you, embrace those values. What I'm trying to say is that we should embrace what we believe in so that our employees will know what we believe in. If we don't believe in employees come first and we believe in customer comes first, fine, say it. But don't say employees come first. Okay? Because you create a mismatch, you create confusion, and people will sense it. And people will not engage. People will not care because they will feel that you are not congruent, consistent, coherent, and other synonyms to deal with. Okay? So values. That's all with values. And the last one we will see them together because they go hand in hand. This is the fifth and the sixth key of the key component of engagement. Experience and learning. Experience. First of all, the employee experience in the firm, which touches upon everything we've seen. Creating an experience for employees, getting a good working environment, and conditions that can allow them to flourish and to grow, right? But at the same time, throwing challenging experiences with our employees, so challenging them, involving them in difficult projects, trusting them to fail, trusting them to grow, so as to keep them alert on their toes. So throwing challenging experiences on them, so as to allow them and to encourage them to immerse in their work, okay? And rise up to the challenge. Why? Because the pursuit of mastery and competence according to leading social psychologists, is a human need, like the pursuit of relatedness. It is a human need because people have a natural inclination towards challenge. They have a natural inclination towards learning, developing, growing. That's why in the weekends we go to attend guitar lessons, or we play chess, or we solve Sudoku puzzles, or from an early age we want to solve puzzles and so forth. Because it is in our DNA, in our nature, to seek, to pursue, and to rise up to challenge. That's why we need to throw challenging experiences to involve our employees from A to Z, so that they can feel that they can rise to the challenge. And learning, it's self-evident, and it's combined with what we've seen with technology and everything else. People need to learn, they need to grow, they need to be allowed to attend trainings, learning opportunities, because they need to grow, and if they feel they've stopped growing, they will leave. First, mentally, they will be there, but they will not be there. And then they will leave completely, because they will, and I see it all the time. Why did you leave? I stopped growing. Especially the youngsters, forget it. 1 year maximum. 1 year maximum. Right? So, throw challenging experiences to your people so that you can get them alert, get them on your toes, so as want to pursue increasing their competence. This is part of their nature. And afford them with learning opportunities. So, these are the 6 components we have seen already. Here once again. Each one of them is significant on its own, meaning the ability to provide meaningfulness to our people and to convey to them what we do, what is our impact, our mission, so as to get them on board. Remember the cleaner at NASA, right? He was a cleaner, but he was inspired because he felt like he's part of something bigger. Unless we communicate this bigger thing to them, they will not know it. Maybe they do, but you can assume they will not. Autonomy, empower our people, help them find their voice and trust them. And even if they fail, encourage them to fail again, but fail better next time. Right? So as to be creative. Autonomy is the highway to creativity that we need today. Relatedness, create an environment where people can feel at home, they can feel that they can create genuine human connections. Values, so define your values and align your stated values with your actual systems, processes, procedures, just to avoid the mismatch that will confuse people. And lastly, throw challenging experiences to your team, to your people, involve them in difficult projects, commensurate to their skills, of course, but challenge them so that they can stretch their limits and learn new opportunities. So each one of them is compelling and important on its own. But if you put all of them together, then you will witness what I call the marvel of engagement. Why? Because by doing simple changes with a negligible financial investment, you can get big results. By having a highly engaged workplace, you can have 21% greater profitability. Profitability with a negligible investment. Up to 41% reduction in absentees, your people will not be looking for excuses to go and leave. They will want to stay at work and contribute and be part of the boat, be part of the mission, right? And the best, up to 59% less employee turnover. So your people will actually want to stay working with you for more than a year. Incredible. But the best of all, you as a manager, as a leader, as a head of a future-proof team, can go home after a hard day's work, enjoy that wonderful glass of wine, right? And know that you are your own Marvel hero. Thank you.